Hi, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Itchy. I'm just going to go straight into your reading, into your energy, and start with an overall message, overall energy here to start with, and then just go deeper and deeper into the message, into the energy, and see what we find for you. Aquarius, it's towards the end of January until towards the end of February. So a month into the future from when you get this, give or take. And if you feel like this is your reading and you want to get to the extension, I'm going to talk about that at the end. I cut some prices. I think you find that interesting. If you haven't already found me on Vimeo and buy me coffee. Aquarius. Overall energy to start with here, please. I have no idea why I want to shuffle the other way, because that's just tough. Typical Aquarius. Let's do it my way. Let's do it another way, not like everyone else is doing it. This is just tough. Someone who's not. Was that just to prove a point? I don't know. Okay. Well, we had a card. It says cheer up. Live in the moment. Let me have a minute with this because I always see so many different things in this deck, in this image. I see little fireballs. I see little dots with a lot of color. I see like a whole other world, like a tree, like a garden. See if there's anything in particular that stands out. Cricket. Like the animal, the cricket. Cheer up, live in the moment. So we're starting with and that is typical Aquarius, that you want to do it your way. You want to blaze your own trail. If you preferably could invent the wheel one more time, but not really because somebody else has already invented it. But it's like you just want to do it your way. It's very important. For some reason, you need to cheer up right now. You're in a situation that you need cheering up from. And I see little fireballs. I see cricket. And I see like a garden, like we want to get into that, like, Garden of Eden. Eden of Garden? The Garden of Eden? What is that called? Eden of... I'm going to drop it. Why is this here for Aquarius, please? Why is this here for Aquarius? Cheering up. Live in the moment. Harmony, lovers. So is there a heartbreak here? Feels like there's one more. No, okay. No. The Harmony card. So is there a breakup that has happened? So either this could be a breakup and you need cheering up from it, or you could have been like single forever and you need cheering up from it. Like you just really want to have that relationship, that gorgeous relationship. Either or, it feels like you're not in the relationship in the present moment because of like the needing to cheer up. I'm also getting like something like where it's taking time. It's taking time. I don't know if you've taken your time like to get over this. It has taken a long time to get over this. I don't know if you had like really high hopes that this was your person, this was the relationship. You thought this was it, and like you were home for good, and then it completely wasn't. And it has taken you some time to get over it. There's something about taking a lot of time. It can also be like that you just have the feeling, it's the same thing. It's like I'm saying the same thing twice, but sort of with a different angle, like a different perspective. Like you feel like, yeah, no, that's gone. I don't grieve that anymore. I don't know if you necessarily even want to, like if this person would ever come back, I don't necessarily feel like you want to get back together with them. It's just that it has taken you some time to get back on your feet, and even like to even want to have like to even interact with someone at all, like to even have like a new relationship at all. I'm seeing a leash. Did someone like have you on a leash? Like you didn't really feel like you could go anywhere, or like you were really like it was a lot of codependency. A lot of codependency in this relationship. Can we go deeper and find out what this is all about? Just what is this all about for Aquarius? If this is not a loved one, if this is not you like stepping out of this relationship or losing someone, or, you know, it could be losing like a family member, feeling like you're estranged to a family member. A business just went completely south. It did not end up the way that you thought it was going to end up. Friendship. Let's see. Why is this here for Aquarius, please? Wow. The Lovers. Again. You're coming into something new, though. It's like we're telling the old story. Like there's, oh my God, I just realized we have 2 6s and 2 4s here. Okay, one thing at a time. It's like I want to go into this story, and then I don't really know, like, am I describing the past or am I describing the future? It's almost like there's 2 stories playing out here, and it can be both. It can be like, okay, so you thought, we have the Harmony card here, but then again, like we have the Lovers coming out. 2 6s, which is love and harmony, which is the connection to spirit first and foremost, like the most important relationship. And all of these relationships is the relationship with your higher power, with your soul, with your spirit. So again, it feels like, okay, so we're describing something that happened in the past, because we have 6, like we have the Harmony, like Lovers and the Lovers. And then we have 4 of Raphael, but then we also have 4 of Gabriel. But these are different. So one is like remembering the past and feeling really like emotionally drained, and the other one is like pure happiness, coming into commitment with someone. Together with Queen of Ariel and 9 of Raphael, which is basically like creating exactly the life that you want. So it's almost like I'm describing on one end, on one part of this, it's like, okay, I'm grieving this relationship that never happened. I'm really grieving this relationship that never happened. And like you thought it was like all roses, and like we were going to get married. We were going to have, like, you're going to start a family. You're going to, like, whatever the situation, like you really thought this was it. Like this was your person. And like you even created it. It was like so beautiful. And then it all went south. It also explains like your future. It's like, okay, so we came from this situation. We came from this and we thought this was the person. And then I sort of get the rejection is God's protection. Rejection is God's is God's protection and redirection. It's like you were never, I can talk. You were never meant to stay there. You were never meant to stay in this relationship. It's just something that had you grow by 1,000,000. Like it had you grow by 1,000,000. And so that feels like, okay, this is why I say it's not even either or, it's both. It's both what you have experienced in the past, but it's both that you thought this love story that was playing out, that this was it, but then we have the future that also is laying like right in front of us, and it's like freaking gorgeous. It's okay, so we learned a lot from this emotional withdrawal. This is like really, but learning also to pay attention to your inner voice. We have all those seashells there, and we have dragonflies. That is very much about spiritual growth for me. And the seashells there talking about like, put your ear to the ground, really pay attention to what's going on. Listen to that inner voice. Listen to that mind in your heart that we actually have, for real. Because it's like, okay, done with that. Because in the future, because of this, and because God's rejection is God's redirection and protection, this is coming in. Like, we have the Lovers here again, and we have strong commitment. We have a strong wish here about how this is going to be. Very much rainbow, which leads me to say, this is maybe just for like one person, but this leads me to say, you were never even meant to be with the opposite sex. You want to be with the same sex person. And so you were almost like, it's almost like a guardian angel is just coming in to say, you dare better than this. You have the guts to go better than this. Like, you're not even supposed to be here. This is for one person. You're not even supposed to be here. You're not even drawn to them. This is trying to cover up who you really are and what you really are drawn to. And so you're sort of almost thrown out of there because you're not supposed to start a family here. You're not supposed to set roots here. But it also made you ask for so much more. I get that from the rainbow. Like the rainbow represents. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't have to go deeper into that. It's just that for that one person that needs validation, that this is the right path. It was the right thing that happened. And you have the courage, Aquarius, to step into who you really are and who you really are supposed to, or meant to be with. And that's of the same sex. Okay, for the rest of you, the general population of Aquarius, I feel like there's like this big want. I want this relationship. I'm asking for it. With the 9 of Raphael, you think you're a little bit limited because this is like, I mean, to a person who never felt like they could manifest really what they wanted to manifest in their life, this looks pretty darn good. But in terms of freedom, in terms of being completely free and completely like in control of creating literally whatever you want, 9 of Raphael is quite limiting because we think here that we still need the genie in the lamp. Like we're rubbing the lamp and out comes the genie, and we can ask, for 3 wishes and that's it. You're the magician. Like Aquarius is the magician. You can create whatever you want, whenever you want, and you like there's no limit to what you can ask for. So there's something with a little bit of a limited, and that could have been the path, getting out of this relationship and sort of getting to the point where you're at right now. It has taken a moment, and you still need cheering up. Like the overall message here, the overall energy is that you feel like you need cheering up. You need a boost to believe in the real happy ever after. However that looks for you romantically. Like I don't judge no one, and I don't like, it can be in so many different constellations how that looks. Like for myself, for the longest time I thought from the bottom of my heart, I thought like happiness was like a monogamous two people come together and live for the rest of their life. You know, I might sound even cynical and bitter. If you don't understand my perspective and my point of view, I might sound cynical and bitter. And it's not like I don't believe in love. I think love is the most beautiful thing. My journey is with spirit. In this very moment in my life, my love journey is with spirit. And if there is another person who's supposed to enter my life, like as a physical being, I'm open to it. Do I crave it? Do I long for it? Not really. And it's not because I'm like, you know, it's just that there is something greater out there. And so I want to say, like, however this shows up, it doesn't have to be like typical boy meets girl. We already had that established with the rainbow there, that there's this person who's supposed to be with the same sex person. So just me saying boy meets girl, you know what I mean? It can be boy meets boy, girl meets girl. I was going to say something really creepy. Thank God. I sometimes have a filter that I don't have the time to sort of slip out what comes to mind. Let's just stick with the human species, okay? So girl meets boy. It doesn't have to be that story. But I feel like you feel like you're limited. There's a little bit of a restriction in what you think you literally can have in your life. So if this again is not a love story for you, if I was listening to this reading, I would think, I don't think this reading is for me, because I'm not looking for a romantic partnership right now. Is there another way of like interpreting this? Yes. So if this is like going after truly like having the soul tribe in your life, having friends of a lifetime, having the passion that you crave, like to really step into your purpose, if that's something that you want and you're seeking right now, I feel like you put a roof, you put a ceiling on it, you put some sort of restriction there. Again, it looks really beautiful to be Nine of Raphael. Like, I can have 3 wishes of whatever I want. It's 3. Like, if that describes I guess you can describe it as freedom, love, and respect in a love relationship, and that is 3, and that's pretty darn good. But I mean, I'm just saying, there's so much more that you can get than just 3 wishes. There's a little bit of restriction, and you can loosen that up. Which one was it that I saw? Oh, here. This is what we can create. Like I feel like there needs to be, so let's stick to the romantic partnership story, and then you sort of converse it into whatever your story is. Like, if you don't even want to have a romantic partnership, this can be for whatever you want to manifest in your life. But I'm going to talk about it as if it is a romantic partnership. I feel like we need to get out of this, even though this is pretty darn good. It's get out of this and get into this. Before we had this. Because this is like, this is the mentality of whatever I touch turns to gold. It's like the Midas touch. Whatever I touch turns to gold. Queen of Ariel is a person who has gone through it, gone through the ringers, and she has come out the other side, and she's so freaking wise because of it. That's why I say, like, this is God's protection and redirection, that you were pulled out of this situation, but it has made you growth. It has made you grow times a gazillion, and that's the queen. That's wisdom. And she is not confined by a genie. She's not confined. She's not limited to 3 wishes. She knows that she has it all. But I feel like Aquarius has to come into this state of mind before this can occur. All right. And I was on my way to say before that perhaps Aquarius, if we stick to the romantic partner story, perhaps it is so that Aquarius has even met a few people since this last person that you sort of were pulled out of that situation, since this last person You could have met a few people. You could have gone on dates. You could even have started to really date someone for a couple of weeks. Only to find that, wait, it's nowhere near what you came from, but there's some echoing stuff going on. There's some little echoes there that sort of reminds you. There's some stuff there that is just, or the fact that they're taken, like you meet someone and you actually strike a little bit of an interest in them, and it turns out they're married, or they live too far away, or there's something. My phone is acting weird. Okay. There's something with not attracting the relationship right now that is available to you. Does that make sense? Because it's a little bit of a safety net over your heart, has been at least. This is the safety net over the heart. When we come in here, we've opened up. And you will attract people that are not available to you because it's the most, and you will find it like, oh my God, it's the most perfect person. And they're taken, like they're married, and but you know what, it serves a purpose, because you were not ready to have someone that fully in your life until now, because these are the lovers and this is commitment. For Gabriel is all about the commitment. It's all about coming in with your person, whether that is leading to marriage, like to have a wedding, engagement, moving in together, the whole shebang, if you will. I even saw a dog here. That usually just stands for loyalty, friendship, trustworthiness, all of that beautiful stuff. But today is like, yeah, of course, you might already have a dog that you bring into the equation, or the person that you meet actually has a dog. I know that's very detailed, but they came out like that this time. So there's a commitment here. There's love. There's real love. And there's also wishes coming true. If this is not a romantic partnership that you're seeking, as we talked about, there's a real wish come true here in terms of your purpose, in terms of your passion, that like is in for the long haul. It's like something that you're destined to do, that is here to stay. So I'm going to take this into the extension and see what else I can find there for you. If you feel like this is your story, I welcome you to either Vimeo, and I cut the price in half. You can't buy the reading anymore, but you can rent it for 48 hours. And I cut the price in half. I think that's pretty marvelous. And I hope that's going to help some people. And also, you can go over to the Buy Me a Coffee place and buy me a coffee. And once you're in as a supporter, once you bought that 1 cup of coffee, you're actually have access to everything that I post there. So every single extended reading that I do for every sign is uploaded there. And so, of course, I hope that you will continue to support me so that I can continue with this channel. But yeah, it's a whole different deal there. I think it's pretty awesome. You're welcome there if you want to. Also started a new channel, My True North. I posted all the 3 links down below. If you want to check some of them out, please do. I'm headed over to the I can't talk. I'm headed over to the extension. If you don't want to come there, please do anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.